I would like to say a few words about some of the issues connected with all competitions created in order to find a solution for global catastrophic risks, where each of these risks can potentially mean extinction of the human race. Recently, as you may know, I was chosen as one of the 14 finalists for the New Shape Prize competition, created by Global Foundation Challenge organization. Foundation was offering $5 million for a new structure of the United Nations that will respond much better to future challenges like wars, global warming, global pandemics, poverty, and many others. Founder of this organization is Laszlo Szombatfalvi, someone who earned his fortune on the stock market literally betting on the risks. So, at some point, most likely, he realized that there is a quite high probability that if we don't do anything about this global catastrophic risk, he personally could lose everything he was working for, including his entire legacy, family, friends, and everyone else he ever loved. So, instead of waiting for governments or other people to do something about it, he personally decided to put his own money in order to find a possible solution. And that's a good thing. It's a fantastic thing. And it would be even better if he had more philanthropic or scared rich people like him that are basically willing to put their own money in order to find solutions for the problems that could one day be a threat for the existence of the entire humanity. So then, what's the bad thing? Soon after finalists were chosen, we all got an email saying that solution has not been found and that foundation will significantly reduce the prize money. At the end of the competition, the jury announced that out of 14 finalists, they've chosen 3 solutions, rewarding them with $600,000 each. Meaning that in total the prize money was undercut by 64%, which is kind of huge amount of money. This money reduction is significantly undermining the integrity of the entire event, creating somewhat a picture of yet another brain rape festival created just to obtain a lot of ideas and the brain power in return for nothing. At the same time, some finalists complained that, judging by the questions they've got from the jury, it looked like the members of the jury have not put much effort to read the proposals at all, which is again looks like understandable behavior from the perspective of knowing that solution is not among those 14 final proposals. But in regards to announcement that solution has not been found, I have to emphasize one thing. And that's the delusion of recognizing solution with actually testing it in reality. And I will try to discuss more about this topic in a separate video. But the really terrible thing is how little money globally is invested in the most crucial things and how little we care about the thinkers altogether, regardless of this competition. Think about this for a moment. Everything we have today, everything, is not because of the politicians, bureaucrats, religious leaders, or celebrities. It is here because of the thinkers, engineers, and scientists. And yet, as a society, it seems we are constantly trying to screw them up and making their lives even more difficult than currently it is. Although $5 million can look like a big amount of money from the personal perspective if we need to pay out the mortgage or retirement package, or anything similar, looking from the perspective of the global project, it's not really that much. Many IT and technology projects have burned even bigger amounts of money just in few months. Instead, try to imagine following. The one country, United Kingdom, has a football, or how they call it in States, a soccer league, with 20 clubs, and each club has 25 players. Those 500 people on average are receiving a yearly salary of £2.6 million, or $3.4 million. Combined, that means that all together, all these 500 people, they're receiving $1.7 billion just for 1 year. On the other hand, most of the people who got into finals of this competition were working for years trying to find solutions, often without any kind of compensation. Here, I'm not taking into account time to obtain necessary education just to begin with the thinking process, but an actual time to come up with any reasonable idea. So, on one side, we have 5 million to solve global catastrophic risks, and on the other, 1.7 billion for one country's football league. So think about it. What is more important, football or survival? So on one side, we have invested 5 million, only 5 million, to prevent possible global survival threat. On the other, $1.7 billion, or 340 times more, for 1 year of entertainment. On the top of everything, this is not the only type of entertainment that is paid so much. And this is just for one single country. What with the rest of the world? Now, imagine this. If tomorrow these 500 players decide to go into one single Boeing 747 airplane, and then, out of some reason, that airplane breaks somewhere in the air and crashes into a mountain. Few days after, in United Kingdom, probably we would have some kind of national mourning day, or even a week. But after, life would continue as nothing has happened. We would forget and continue with our daily life. On the other hand, if we fail with those global risks, we will all die, including those 500 players. And there is a high probability that we wouldn't have any type of continue afterwards. It feels that something is truly off with this human race. Like we are collectively under some kind of crazy spell, failing to recognize what are the real priorities of civilization. So, what do we need to do in order to change and fix this? Maybe, just maybe, instead of putting all our money just for fun and entertainment, maybe it would be a good idea to put significantly more money into the pilot projects by giving funds to the finalists and semi-finalists who are working on their ideas really hard to solve global catastrophic risks. In that way, we could find what would actually work in reality. So, instead of having just the plain theories, we could progress and potentially do something good together. At the end, one more thing. If you like this video, please subscribe and share. It doesn't require a lot of your time, but it can significantly help to spread awareness, and also it would allow the projects like mine to become reality, significantly increasing our chances of having a good outcome of the future. Thank you.